father or, two parties involved to create.
Do elk have spiritual fathers?
What was that? Do what have spiritual fathers?
An elk or a bear?
Oh, man, I don't know what it's like to be an elk or a bear.
Okay, does Jesus have a spiritual father?
He claimed to have a spiritual father.
Is it a god?
He claimed that it was a god.
Is it Yahweh?
He claimed that it was.
So you believe that Yahweh is the name of the god that you believe in?
I think that's the name of the God that people believe in, of Christian, biblical.
Yeah, and you said you were a Christian, so you believe in Yahweh as a God.
I explained the way that I felt like I was a Christian. I explained to you also, if you ask me in more of a biblical
You're a follower of Christ, right?
I may be a little bit more agnostic in that content.
Because you're not really sure if Yahweh is a God?
Wait, Honey Badger, please put me in the queue. I would like to talk about YWHW, Yahweh. It's a mantra. That's what it is.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just trying to figure out 118's position though. So 118, are you just like not sure if you have a God with a name?
Right, I told you that I was agnostic on that Christian God, and that I couldn't articulate like a name or an image for the creator of the universe that I hold to be like the sustainability of all things.
I want to say Dr. James down in the chat, he wrote, you lack confidence and ability. Is he projecting? I, for one, have enjoyed the 118 responses. He seems to me like a nice person. And see, that's the thing about Clown House is I really want to detect the most vile, disgusting people. Because those are the people that I love to roast the most.
So 118, I heard you say, because other people are following and living the same way you are, saying that you are following the teachings of Christ. However, other people can be living the same way you are and not consider those teachings basing that coming from Christ, because the golden rule and do unto others and no murder, all those concepts were pre-Christianity. So that you saying, therefore, that's a good example
you smell
of a God. I reject that. I don't think that's a good reason for saying God exists.
Well, since the secret name of God is obviously Yahweh, 118, can you tell us what the name Yahweh means?
Well, I'm curious as what do you have to say to that, 118? I reject your claim that is a evidence of God existing, that other people are, quote unquote, living according to Christ's teachings.
See, that's not even a question, JCC. Can you compress it even more to like maybe 5 words?
I could try to articulate it for you, right? Meaning that when I think about morality, I think, good and evil, right? Things that we ought or ought not do is written on our hearts. So therefore, if someone that is a non-believer, and we'll just say, creator God for now, that sustains morality, right? And that puts that on our hearts so we can observe that in the world and know that we ought not do it. If you live by that moral code and you don't even believe in God, right, I think that's compelling evidence. Now,
I hate to interrupt, but I want to let you know, 118, we have many YouTube viewers now listening to what you're saying. Over 20.
No, I would like to know, how do you define evil without adopting the presupposition?
No, hang on. I'm not done with 118. I reject that. Just because someone lives a moral way, right? Because morality is subjective. So that does not
It's objective.
That does not entail the necessity of a God existing, because other
morality is objective.
Adhering to not murdering people, right? And
morality is objective, not subjective.
Yeah, I'm just gonna reject that claim that you made there.
Cohen Johnson says, shout me out, Cohen! Big Cohen!
Hang on.
Right?
Stop. So So what makes morality objective?
Continue.
What makes morality objective?
It's subjective.
Right. Morality is objective, right? Because it's
Morality is subjective.
It's mind independent. It doesn't matter what we think, right, subjectively or not. It's
They
always
kicked
going to
me.
be the case.
They kicked
right,
me.
that it's going to be wrong to unalive someone unjustifiably. Premeditated murder. It's always going to be wrong to, grape someone against their will, if you will. No matter where you're at in this world, it's like reality. It's universal, right? That's what.
You gotta stop there, dude. So prior to any thinking agents on the planet, was morality there?
I mean, let's define what morality is.
Please don't.
Christian presupposition.
First off, right, subjective thinking agent is the foundation for objective
This is
morality.
why I roast
Okay, wait.
atheists and
Did you
theists.
answer my first question though? Right? Prior to any thinking agents living on planet Earth, was there morality on planet
Worry
Earth?
for yourself, stupid. Worry
No.
for yourself, stupid.
Okay, great. So then how can morality be objective? Because morality is a standalone. If something is objective, it is standalone, meaning no minds are required. It is mind stands independent. So then,
Mr. Clean,
if
Mr.
you were
Clean.
consistent, you should have said, yes, morality was on planet Earth.
On planet Earth.
Be bold.
Yeah, that's exactly
proud.
right.
No, it's not.
Be strong.
It's not.
118. 118.
No, it's not.
Where does-
Let me back there. Let me respond to James for a second. No, that's not right.
Okay, then
It's
clear
not
it up.
right. Because, like I said before, I hold the stance that subjective agents hold the foundation for our objective reality, right? Before, I didn't say that morality didn't exist. You asked me if it existed on Earth before they were thinking agents.
You are trash.
Not on planet Earth because there was no
So
agents
where
on
does
this
it
Earth.
exist?
There was no need for morality to exist on an Earth, on a planet where there is no thinking agents, right?
Okay, so where does it exist without animal minds? Like, do you think that rape exists?
Exists in the mind of the Creator God because He instantiates.
So he conceived
Human garbage like James.
So 118, you admit it's subjective, right? If you said it exists in the mind of God, therefore it is mind dependent. That's what makes it subjective. So regardless of where you say it comes from, if it comes from a mind, it is subjective. It becomes your objective to follow the subjective morality of the God you believe in. Therefore, you support the claim and you understand that morality is subjective. Thank you very much, 118.
No, right? Because it comes right.
from a
You're
mind,
trying,
right? 118.
You're trying to think of like.
118. Does it come from a mind or not?
You're trying to compare like temporal notions
No.
to temporal notions.
No.
To transcendental things.
No.
Yes,
No.
that's what you're doing.
No.
You cannot substantiate
Talking too
transcendental. That's right. Okay.
Listen, just answer. Just answer this. Does rape exist where there are no animals?
Why would the concept exist, right? If there
Well,
was
you
no,
just said that it must exist in the mind of God, right?
I didn't say that.
Okay, so there is no rape unless there's animal minds, right?
Yeah, it seems to be the case. Yeah.
Why
Okay,
let
so-
the guy weasel away?
So
You're
are
a
there
piece of
morals
trash that
where
picks
there's
on
no animal
yourself.
minds?
Really? You're gonna be in bad faith, honey?
No,
I mean, in that phase.
there's no morals when there's no animal mind.
On the way.
What do you like? What do you not understand? Like, it's our subjective lives, our consciousness, right? That is the foundation for the objective world around us. Now, if you want to sit here and make a claim that through your subjective point of view, you cannot understand the concept of something that is objective that comes outside of your mind.
Subjective, 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 objective.
Something that exists.
Subjective,
long
objective,
before-
objective, subjective.
where, you know, I don't
Subjective,
understand
objective,
why
objective,
that's
subjective.
like,
Objective, subjective, subjective, objective. Object, subject. Are you guys really gonna go on and on about this shit, you fucking
Exactly.
morons?
This is dumb. This is why I just use animal minds. I just don't understand the value of your claims, 118. It doesn't tell us anything informative. It doesn't help us do anything.
Okay, well, if you can't articulate it, right? I don't know what's so hard.
No, I've been articulating it. I think you're flawed.
If there's not a subjective being, right?
Right.
To be able to substantiate or to think about
Like God's mind, right?
what objective means.
Right.
Subjective, objective, objective, subjective, subjective, objective, subjective, objective, objective, subject. Stop it, 118. Like you're saying nothing.
Well, why don't you add some substance to it and clarify, right, what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me just repeat. Subjective, objective, objective, subjective, subjective, object, subject, object. Like, what the fuck? Why do people do this on this app? I'm here to roast you. Don't you know that? Subject, object, subject? I'm here to roast all you fucking dumb fucks who go on forever and ever and ever. Object, subject, object. You fucking idiots. You're wasting your fucking time. Say something intelligent. There are these things called books out there. And in these things called books, you might find some interesting things that are objective and subjective, subjective and objective.
And look, I handed you the floor, right? And so far you haven't been able to articulate anything very intelligent, right? Except for, like...
118, what point do you think you've made so far?
Trying to roast someone else, so...
118, what point do you think you've made so far? What point do you think you've made, 118? I'm curious. Like, so we're wondering, right, what point you're making. And when you say subjective, objective, you're talking about a God. That's a subjective mind. And then you're saying that that's where objective morality comes from, is a subjective mind. And that seems contradictory. And either way, we're trying to figure out what value you've provided in that claim. Because I don't see any value in it.
Well, you wouldn't see any value in it because you're a theist, right? You don't have the capability or the capacity
What do you mean?
of understanding.
I thought you said it was written on my heart.
You demonstrated.
Isn't it on my heart?
You demonstrated to me that, well, yeah, it is, but, you know, there's a thing like
So we're doing the same thing? We have the same capabilities?
Do you know what denial is?
We have the same capabilities of discerning moral things from immoral things?
Do you know what denial is?
Yeah, I do, but I'm just asking a more pointed question about the morality.
Answer my question. What is
I
denial?
just said yes. Yeah, I know denial is, yeah.
Okay, well, and tell me, what is it?
Well, it's the same thing you think it is. Right? What, do you think we disagree on what denial is? So my point is, I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what you think I can't do that you can do, even if I'm in denial. If we both have it written on our hearts, what's the difference?
The difference is I can comprehend the source. Right?
Okay, and the source is what? You don't even know the God's name, right?
And you do?
No, I don't think gods exist.
Yeah, exactly.
So
At least
what?
I'm all like, why would I know the name of, like, this creator thing,
Because
right?
you said it has you said you have a savior named Jesus, and it's the God of the Bible.
I
So,
never said that, right? You're like,
Jesus isn't your savior?
you're like strawmanning right
Is
now.
Jesus your savior, 118? Yes or no, or you don't know?
Roast. Barbecue. Subject, object.
Are you gonna tell me? You have a God, right? But you won't tell me his name.
The
You're
roast
agnostic
show.
about it. And it's also Jesus has a spiritual father,
Subject.
Yahweh. So you don't want to just commit to that and say that that's your God and that's his name? Is that right?
Yeah, I'm agnostic on that. I don't know that to be.
He's agnostic.
Which part of the line of reasoning I just laid down do you disagree with? Like, do you think that Jesus' spiritual father is the one mentioned in the Bible?
I think a lot of people think so.
I'm asking you, dude. You keep doing this. Why do you do
I
this?
told you, man. Why don't you pay attention? Quit asking me the same shit over
Don't get
and over.
angry. Don't get all emo.
Take
I
the old
don't like
fuck.
fucking repeating myself, bro. I said I'm agnostic
Fuck.
about it. I don't know for sure.
I know. So
Dirty,
why,
stinky
though? Why
old
would you be
fart.
agnostic?
I don't fucking know because I don't know. I don't have the fucking
You don't
answer.
have a belief about it? You don't have a belief about God's name?
I believe that within the set of Christianity, right? Like I was raised very fundamental Southern Baptist Christian. So if you want to talk to me about what that belief system is, right, then we could talk about that.
Do you
But that's
disagree
not
with that belief system?
I'm not 100% aligned with it.
So you disagree with it?
I disagree with it being 100% correct. Yeah.
Okay, so as far as the parts that aren't in that slim percentage of
So
disbelief,
dumb you don't know
is
that
part
I'm
of
a
the belief that you
gaslight,
agree
you
with
old
that
fart.
it's the God of the Bible that they believe in?
I think they believe, yeah, that
Do you do you believe in the God of the Bible?
I'm agnostic on it. I'm not going to answer that again.
Do you believe that Jesus Christ of Nazareth has a spiritual father that's mentioned in the Bible, or is that just bad information? It's not true.
I believe that's the story that they project, that they tell, and like within the story, I think
Okay,
that's.
I see what you're saying. So as an internal critique, yes, it all aligns, but for you, you just don't buy the story necessarily. Okay.
I'm just agnostic about it.
Yeah, you don't necessarily buy it
You
yet.
can observe the world, right, and obviously tell that there's a creator, right?
Yeah, that's cool,
I
man. That's really cool, really vague and non-informative. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Things that are in states have to be processed, right, or else they stay static. So if I observe objects in different states, right, that obviously tells me that there's a processor that is processing these different states in reality. And matter of fact, when we talk about reality, when we even utter that
My
word,
state
we're
is
talking
vast.
about identity itself,
You
right?
are a clown.
And you have to be able to discern
My estate is vast.
the medium
You are
in
a
between and what you're observing as well as you're processing it. Anytime you move your body from one state to another, right, you're processing that state of change.
Okay.
So, okay.
And
I observe movable objects in the world that I do not assign a sentient to or consciousness, right?
so what?
So if I see, what do you mean? So what?
How does
Do
this have
you
to
know?
do with the name of your God?
Do you know of any inanimate objects, right, that move on their own?
Can you tell me what you think you're addressing right now?
What do you think I'm addressing?
I'm not sure. That's why I asked if you.
You interrupted me, right?
Yeah,
You were
because
just-
I asked you to tell me why you're telling me this.
I'm addressing, right, the possibility and notion that there is a first cause, a mover, something that processes the world, the universe, reality as we know it.
Okay, so you just see Jesus as a guru.
You had a skunk.
I didn't say, I see Jesus, yeah, you could say that, Jesus had
Angry.
some good things to say in the world,
Oh,
right?
So you don't
piece
necessarily
of
think he's
shit.
like the son of
Angry
God or
old
anything like
piece
that.
of shit.
Dude, for
No,
the
no.
500th
Right, you're
time,
agnostic. Yeah, you
I
don't know for
understand
sure.
that.
You don't necessarily think that he's the son of God.
Can you,
Angry
can
old
you take
piece
some
of
time
shit with
and
no
articulate
knowledge
some
of
better
Mr.
questions instead of asking and repeating
I
yourself?
just want to make sure I understand where you're at because I thought you said you were a Christian. But
Dumber.
Asked this already. Like,
Dumb.
find some better questions to ask, or
Fool
like,
and
I'm sorry,
dumber
I'm gonna have to
and dumb.
disengage with you because I don't like repeating
Dr.
myself,
James
and I've already told you like
Say.
10 times. I'm being kind of
is a
kosher
monkey.
and nice with you right now.
Dr. James is a monkey.
Just like say fuck you, like quit talking.
okay, well, I don't mean to get you upset. I'm just trying to really hone in on what you actually believe, and when you say you're a follower of Christ, what value that holds. 'Cause
Rage
from
Quit
what I
Incorporated.
understand-
One more time, I said, right, that I'm very comfortable saying that I am a follower of the teachings and concepts that Christ, within the biblical narrative, has has laid forth. Is that articulate enough for you to understand?
Yeah, and I asked you for so what would be the best examples of that? Can you give us something that's compelling?
Yeah, we went over this once.
James
already.
is a
We
cigarette.
both agreed, like, right? You know, try to have respect and obey and your parents, right? Treat others with decency, right?
Roast.
All these things that Jesus teaches you. Yeah. See, I agree with them, yet I don't think God exists. And you said I have it written on my heart. And then I said, so where do we differentiate? What am I missing out on? And you're like, well, you don't know about the source. And then I'm asking you about the source, and you're all, well, I'm agnostic. Stop asking me that. That's what's going on. So that's fine if that's how you want to do that.
No, I didn't. I told you I'm agnostic on the Abrahamic biblical God, right, of the Bible. Now, you asked me about the source, and I tried to demonstrate to you that underneath my ideology and my worldview, the source, I can't.
Right, you don't know anything about it. No, I understand.
I can't articulate a name.
Yeah, you don't know anything about it.
No, I didn't say I didn't know anything.
What do you know about it?
I know that it. Okay, again, I'll repeat myself.
You're agnostic. Yeah.
Pay attention. Pay attention.
I am. What do you know about it?
This is what, right? The knowledge that I hold about
What do you believe
it.
about it? I won't even make you commit that hard because I know you're scared. What do you believe about your God?
Here's what I'm certain about. Okay, I'll even be bold to say certain. I don't give a
Let me
fuck.
guess that it's a creator.
I'm certain. I'm certain that it's the first cause, that it is a being,
Okay.
that never had a beginning, and that never had an end.
Yeah.
Right? And there was a first cause for everything. And most importantly, pay attention.
What's the value in that? You haven't informed me of
Roast
anything.
yourself.
The most important thing that I am certain about, this creator, right, is that
I
it is
can't roast
conscious.
Okay, so it's a conscious first mover.
Yes.
And
I
you're
can't
certain about
roast
that,
you
right?
as much
Yes.
as you do.
100% certain.
You
Does it
are
have a mind?
stupid.
I think a mind, not like
Yes
we,
or no?
not like we think, not like we have.
Well, okay, like I'm thinking and you're thinking. No?
This show is so funny. I love this show, right? Interviewing Christians, Muslims, and even Jews is honestly like
That's really good
enthralling
information. Thanks.
because it's
Yeah, if it didn't live, if
it's
it didn't
just
live outside
you
of
realize how
conversation,
stupid it all
channel,
is.
Right, we know that.
It's so stupid.
Right.
It's so
So it's a
stupid.
lie
But
too. Is it a
but
lie?
I will tell you that wisdom is not stupid. When you
It's a
read
being
profound
that
things, you're
never
like,
had
whoa,
a
that's
beginning
pretty.
or an end.
Does
See,
it live
when you read a
outside
book,
of
you're
time
like, whoa,
and
that's
space?
smart. And Clubhouse is
It
stupid.
exists outside of time and space.
It exists when for no seconds, for 0 seconds. Is that right?
It doesn't experience time.
Right. It exists for 0 seconds and it doesn't have a location. Correct. It exists nowhere for 0 seconds. Is that right?
It exists outside of time. I don't know.
Well, it doesn't have. Yeah. There's no time associated. It's non-temporal.
It doesn't exist, right? Like my
It doesn't
brain is
exist, right,
capable.
exactly.
My brain is capable of like comprehending, right, and understanding that there could be a different quote unquote realm, right, that exists that I'm not aware of.
Yeah. You don't know anything about it, like I said.
Right.
Right. You don't know anything about it, so you don't know where it exists or for how long or anything.
How
Right?
could I? I've never been there, never experienced.
Well, because you said you were certain about particular
I'm
attributes.
certain about, right? Because those are things
What?
that we can observe in this world.
And what were you certain about as far as your God?
Yeah, I'm not going to repeat myself.
Right, because I asked you, I tried to give you an out. I tried to say, you don't know anything about it, right? And you could have just gone, yep, I don't know anything about it. But you didn't. You said, I'm certain about this.
You never
Right, you won't
interviewed
even tell
Down
us about it.
syndrome men for a podcast?
Yeah, can you just repeat it for the new people?
No.
I didn't think so. Because it sounds stupid when you say it out loud again, huh?
Yeah, I'm curious. How is something that is non-spatial, non-temporal exist?
It exists. What do you mean? How does it exist? Why? How? What's
You just
the logical argument for it not
It's
to?
a team and one guy.
Okay, I asked you a question, right? And you just...
Yeah, I asked you a question and you didn't answer mine, and you ran away.
I didn't run away. I'm still here. So, 118, you made a claim that
Just
this...
explain what evil is without adopting the Christian.
You're interrupting a conversation that's currently happening.
Yeah, you're double teaming like one guy.
Well, we're almost done. It's almost done. We're almost ready to kill you.
This guy, Honey, right, and Jade, I like them both. They're okay. I've known James for quite a while.
Honey's all right. I like him.
Honey Buzzer's okay. Like, they're not intimidating at all.
Yeah, we're fine, dude. Jay, you don't have to white knight for this guy. It's fine.
Got you moment or something like that. It's just like what they don't understand is I'm only choosing to participate in this little game, right? And this like notion.
This is
that the
honestly
things that I'm
hilarious. I
saying
love this show.
is just for
It's better than TV, isn't it? It's honestly
it's like
fucking
a-
captivating.
Yeah, I'm not trying to gotcha. I'm asking for understanding because I can't fathom that, right? So when someone makes a claim,
This is better than TV.
a thinking agent that has consciousness, yet it doesn't have any material, and it exists
This is
in a
better than
non-spatial,
TV.
temporal spatial place.
It's like the show of the stupids.
Good job, James. That's exactly right. Right on, man.
Just because I understand it doesn't mean
Yeah, good job. You understand it. So now that you understand it, you can understand where I'm coming from. Thank you very
Dinner for
much.
schmucks
Totally get
or
it.
the
Hey, James,
stupid
just-
TV.
I'm just gonna grant everything, and then Jay wants to talk about evil, which I think is an interesting
Okay,
topic too.
So 118 steamrolled me, right? Just because I understand what somebody says doesn't mean I can fathom the possibility of that entity existing. I think it's quite frankly asinine.
Well, he knows that. That's why he's doing it.
Hey,
He
James,
knows
that's
it.
right, bro. I don't expect you to I'm not the kind of guy that's trying to persuade you to think like I do, and I'm not even going to be angry at you, right, for thinking the way that you do.
I'm not angry at you either. So thank you.
Right, you know, I mean, that's your way is to not be able to like fathom that. My mind, on the other hand, is able to fathom something like that, right? And I'm sharing that with you.
Right, and we're
Just-
proud of you for that 118.
Yeah, you can believe it. However, I don't think it actually is in reality, so it doesn't make any sense. But anyway, so evil, bro. What do you want to talk about evil, bro? Go ahead. Ask me.
Can you define it for me without actually using any Christian presuppositions?
Yeah, my understanding of what evil is an act, right? And I deem it a bad act, something that should not occur. And evil does not exist unto itself. Evil is required for agents to do the act. So, and I specifically say it's done by more often human beings, right? Not other thinking animals like predators attacking its prey. I don't consider that evil. I consider the things that human beings do unnecessarily to be evil acts. Now what?
Yeah, you seem to be like invoking some sort of Christian presupposition. Can you
No,
do
he's
that
not.
once
Jay,
again?
stop.
Yeah, yes. Well,
Don't really explain it. Correlate it.
Can you just do this? Let me do this one-on-one thing. I need to help your friend. So JCC, can you define that without using Christian presuppositions?
I did it.
Roast
without any
them all,
Christian
fuck it.
presuppositions.
So everything you entailed has profound
Fuck it.
consequences on morality.
Roast them all, fuck it.
That's what you're describing, and you did that again. You used immoral concepts and wicked concepts to describe it.
Okay, all I said was my understanding of what evil is. It is an act performed by human beings, right? So when a human being does something that is not necessary, right? Something that should not
Hurricanes
occur.
are evil and
The
created by
unnecessary
Democrats and
killing of
atheists.
another human being, right? That is what I deemed a bad act that people like to say that's evil, right? That's it. Now what?
Aren't there plenty of other things that are unnecessary that are not considered evil?
Yeah, there are a lot of things that are unnecessary that I don't consider bad, right?
Okay, so I think that's a really vague definition, and it doesn't work here.
I specifically said the unnecessary ending of a life, right? Something that it causes unnecessary harm or unnecessary suffering.
And what makes that evil?
It's unnecessary suffering.
Well, why is it unnecessary suffering?
It does not need to
I need
occur.
to go baptize myself.
You know the part here that you're not trying to say out loud, right?
Is that
No, I
it
don't.
hurts people and other animals?
Because it's not moral.
No. It's not moral because it causes unnecessary pain and suffering.
And what would you base unnecessary pain and suffering in? Again, like, why do you need to jump in and help your friend?
Okay, I'll shut up, dude.
Okay. He's a big boy. He's, what are you, like 40 years old, JCC?
It's not that bad of a question, JCC. Like, how do you know, right, what shouldn't be?
I'm just trying to be fair here, just to have a one-on-one discussion. It's just like, you know that the entailment here is morality.
Yeah, you want to talk about morality? Yeah,
But you're still
Based upon my conceptual analysis and my experiences, right? Like when I drop something upon my foot accidentally, and I experience the discomfort, the pain from that. The accident that I'm giving you an elaborate answer of why I know it is not good to cause unnecessary suffering because of I have experiences. And I can apply my conceptual analysis to those experiences as to I wish that not to occur to anybody else. Therefore, I deem it unnecessary, right? So it is not a necessary means to inflict pain upon somebody else. Therefore, it should not occur.
So what about the dozens of examples based on that same subjective behavior that participate in BDSM and consider that pain extreme pleasure? Why is that a great thing?
You kind of pushing the goalposts with the BDSM. Sorry, period.
I mean, you're gonna let Big Boy here.
So you're bringing up something that two consensual adults agree upon to participate in, right? That is outside. That is a category error you have just done.
No, it's not a.
It's categorical and subjective and objective. It's categorical.
Why is it that pain, whether either self-inflicted or not? I mean, there's dozens of instances where people relieve tension and pain.
We are talking about a consensual agreement between two thinking agents that are adults, right?
You another example without another consensual.
It sounds to me like a projection period. Are you a sadomasochist?
It sounds like this guy needs help.
I'm asking you if you're a sadomasochist. You're bringing up BDSM. What is this all about? Do you want to say something? You want to tell us something about yourself?
Well, I just want to know where Dot's getting. So, how does this? What does this have to do with God?
He's like, no.
It started with that. This is.
He's like, no, I got fucking called on projection and I can't refute the projection. No.
I just want to make sure we're on track. I don't want to get off track, you know.
I get that. So
how does it tie to God and to Christianity?
He's
What's
being
going on?
facetious. There is no track in these rooms. They're roasts, my friends. We are roasting everyone here. This is a barbecue pit and you're all in it.
Cases, you're going to have to adopt a Christian framework in order to understand what's immoral or wicked. To actually.
Okay, give me an example. Give me an example of something that doesn't have to do with killing babies, rape, murder.
It's hurting.
I just want to hear. Give me like something else. Like give me something else in like your day to day, like speeding
Let's use
or.
JCC's example. Let's see if you were paying attention.
Well, no, let's just use a simple new example. Go ahead.
Don't want JCC's example. Okay. So you weren't paying attention.
Oh, what was his example?
Oh, so you weren't paying attention.
No, I was.
Yeah. If you're not going to pay attention, then don't engage in the conversation.
Listen, all communication is hypnosis, and when you're hypnotized, you have, memory lapses, amnesia.
So, and Dot, you do this really well, and it's confusing because of all this deep talk.
Examples was dropping something on his foot and feeling pain. And because he felt pain, he doesn't want other people to experience pain. So, JCC, why don't you want other
Yeah,
people
we covered that. That's why I said it's excessive and unnecessary.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Pain or suffering. That's what I said, yeah.
Why do you not want other people
118,
to feel pain?
118. Take it in inhaler. You start
Right.
you're short of breath.
Technically, I think it's 118 and not 118, but I think it's 118. I think you might be addressing them with the incorrect name, and it's 118.
Why do you not want other people to feel pain?
118. Are you talking subjectively or objectively right now?
You gotta ask JCC that. You don't want other people to feel his subjective pain.
This is the stupidest shit in the world. It's like
Unnecessary, right?
this is like autistic children with Down syndrome arguing about nothing.
Why do you feel like it's unnecessary? What is it that's
The dropping of the item on my foot was not a necessary act. Therefore, the pain from that is unnecessary. I wish that not
What if it was necessary so you don't do it again and make an accident happen again and you learn from it? Making it necessary. Okay, thank you. Shut the fuck up.
You don't need to have that experience. I don't need to know. I don't need to come close to drowning to avoid drowning, dude.
right? But why don't you want someone else to experience drowning?
Yeah, that's what I used in my exam.
I don't want someone else to experience drowning because I have empathy as a human being, and I have the ability to just say
So
as an animal.
aren't you contradicting yourself right now?
No.
Yeah, you are. You're saying because it's unnecessary, nobody else needs to learn this. So if nobody needs to learn it, then and it's unnecessary, then
Wait, you're
why-
saying that it's necessary for people to learn how to avoid pain and suffering by experiencing
Yeah, it
pain and
is.
suffering?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I would disagree.
Yeah, it's how you interface with the environment around you.
Yeah, the French weren't in Puerto Rico.
The Corsicans barely emigrated outwards, but Puerto Rico was one of the few places they did.
You a Puerto Rican, Costa Rican?
Where's that place you said?
It's just in Ireland, south of France.
Oh, so they're not Spanish then.
No, it's
Is it its own country, Pepe?
no, it's a island. It's a region.
Those medicines are fun.
Or what?
Are fun.
Hi, Yakov, this is you. Could you put me in the queue?
Let's not get him interested in the fun part about it. But
Wait, what are the fun medicines?
oh my god.
Hi, Yakov, good Shabbos.
Wait, what are the fun medicines?
Adderall.
That's supposed to be fun?
Should I just start doing coke again?
Well, it's kind of, it's sort of like coke, but not really.
Yeah, your nose doesn't collapse in.
Oh yeah, that's.
How long
yeah.
have you been here?
You has been here a while. I was just wondering, can you put me in the queue?
Oh, I really hope you haven't been recording this. Please.
Oh yeah, like anybody's even fucking listening.
This is true. You have a Nielsen meter of 4. Like,
I have a negative. What are you talking about?
why go through all the effort, John?
I don't know. I can ask the same question. Why the fuck do you people keep coming here to talk about your bullshit?
We're not low IQ. This is John Kidover.
Who is this?
It's Mr. Chicago Cheeseburger, the guy who records every house simultaneously on Cloud House and
That records.
Yeah, and streams it all to YouTube. So call me on the phone if you want privacy.
Yeah, so try to say something intelligent. Don't make yourself look like an asshole or an idiot.
Hey, buddy, you want to fight?
Put your, what are those things called? What are those things you put on your hands? Brass knuckles? Put your brass knuckles on. I challenge you to a fight!
Yakov, is this guy retarded?
Yes.
Define retarded. I think.
I'll just say yes to that question because I'm here talking to you, so clearly I'm fucking retarded.
Yeah, I don't know. Retarded is an IQ below a certain point. I believe he actually has a very high IQ. He's just not putting it to the best.
I am fucking retarded. I live in Misericordia. I have Down syndrome and autism like Abraham. I talk about AI chatbots all day long because I got nothing else going on in my life. I'm not weird, you're stupid. I know you're looking to become Jewish and marry some girl named Al, but good luck with all that. God bless.
No, that ended like a month ago. How do you not?
Fuck! Your online romance ended in nothingness. It began where it ended.
That's right, yeah. That's right.
You're a super time waster. I don't know what you do with your life, but you are on here and you say nothing intelligent at all.
So if we live purely on subjective morality...
Oh, subject, object. We're back to the object and the subject.
Might be valid as well. Don't contradict yourself.
Hey Jay, are you Christian?
Yeah.
I did today's video. We are getting ready.
Do you think God is good?
Yeah, I think all things are good. That's why there's this definition of evil that I think that is like a misconception of like what sin is to a degree or another, because sin isn't necessarily evil.
Right.
It's just an abuse.
I would agree. Based on your worldview, I would think that you would believe that evil doesn't even exist.
Yeah, evil does not exist.
Right.
Even
like the
atheists.
Holocaust is justified because if God had a better reason to prevent them from having that happen, he would have done what he did with the Israelites and Pharaoh, right?
Yeah, evil definitely.
They could have prevented. They all could have prevented that themselves by not killing any of those Jewish people.
Right, but I mean, God intervened and prevented Pharaoh from running them down after the Exodus. So they were enslaved.
I mean, don't you think
they were freed. Hold on, can I finish?
During World War II. Stop jumping all over the place. Let's talk about World War II.
So, I just want to focus on the biblical stuff.
Let's not do hot. Let's stay on topic.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Let's stay in sequence.
I gave you my address, Jacob. James, why would anyone want your address?
He freed them from bondage. He could have done that with...
So you don't want to talk about the Christian nations that stopped Hitler? You don't want to talk about that?
Yeah, so I'm not talking about that yet. We're not even there
We
yet.
recently got done with World War I, and around World War I, we just
James
got done
is a
fighting
monkey.
the 1,300-year war with the Muslims.
Yeah.
And by World War II, most of the nations were predominantly Christian,
How come?
and the same people combated against...
Did God help them become Christian?
But between the United States and
Did
Europe...
God help them, or just the people?
Predominantly Christian. Stop
So
backing the
predominantly
question.
Oh, fuck off.
Are you listening to my...
Oh, Abraham! Oh, it's the genius, the high IQ,
Repeat what I said.
high school AP student. Oh, I'm sure you had a great GPA, Dr. Raham. Great name, by the way, Abraham. I mean, it means so much. Wow, great PTR, too. Cash in that pink ticket, moron. Enjoy.
Because again, remember, Dot,
You're gonna leave in 10 seconds. I know you will, because you're a dopamine addict. You're a fucking drug addict. You, Abraham, are a fucking drug addict. You fucking dopamine addict. You.
Well, this is why I just wanted to go really slow and start with the whole Exodus thing.
Well, I want to talk about World War II.
I don't want
That's
to.
what we were talking
So I'll
Go
just-
ahead, keep imitating some Jordanian shawarma eating fucking faggot. Fucking stupid imitation of a stupid fucking idiot.
All right. So my question, and anyone can answer it. I'm trying to figure out how it works.
Oh, I'm about to hop in a bubble
You guys
bath.
know
This is me just
Tell us
having
a
some
little bit about
fun.
what God thinks about and what He
You
believes.
never been to war,
right
soldier?
and justify it, right? Or else they just don't know anything at all, and they're all just skeptical theists. And they can't really tell anything apart from anything else because it's all maybe good or maybe bad. They don't really know. But all I'm asking is about the Exodus and how that compares to the Holocaust or even Armenian genocide, King Leopold's Congo, anything like that.
King Leopold!
It seems like if God has a good reason, such as it's not the right thing to do or he doesn't want it to happen, for whatever reason he has, he will intervene and free people and prevent people from killing mass amounts of
OB
others.
Master is here. She's
Right,
another
so
smart one looking for
I'm just
education.
trying to figure out how that correlates.
Keep dating black guys, B Master. You'll never
the
figure out
Exodus,
anything.
God intervening with Pharaoh, keeping all these Israelites alive, not hunted
Yeah,
down.
she likes that
burned.
big donkey dick.
And then why? I
She
guess
goes
they
to
were
the
just
gym,
saying,
so she does all these power squats. She
God
needs a
thought
man
it
who
was the
can
right thing to do.
fucking
It was
pound that ass.
to have all those
Pound that
people killed in the
ass.
Holocaust or
100%. She's
otherwise.
like, yeah.
What's up?
I don't care how stupid they are and how bad they treat me. They love that
Yeah, the
ass.
Christians that I heard.
I'm
I'm
a bumblebee.
Christians I've
I'm a
heard
motherfucking
have
queen
also
bee. I
often
got drone
relied on, like,
N-words.
just
I got
what
fucking
they're
retinue
eating and
N-words. They go outside,
So the
outside the
assumption
hive, they
that
work for me.
it all
They
works
come
out
back
in
in,
the
they work
end.
for me
Like,
in the
let's say
house.
10
I'm a
people died
motherfucking
here,
bumblebee
but
with a fucking ass made out of
say 30
steel,
million
baby.
people from dying there, and it just all adds up at the end. And God works in mysterious ways. You just sort of pack that all up. So any atrocity,
That
you can
skull
kind
is
of
you, B
see a
Master.
silver lining and give an look
You
at
make
another
bad
event
decisions,
later
B Master.
to
Chillism is
resolve
not the way.
prior
That
event that
room
occurred.
is
And
a
it's actually
toxic cesspool of
interesting to see them
stupidity.
do it like on a global level, like talking about world history.
You should
But it
join
often
the
happens very
subscribe now
frequently when they talk
house
about their own lives.
for
So
all
they'll
your
say,
high value
"This event
content
happened to me,
needs.
this year, and then I met
Buy
my
me a
husband,
coffee
and that made
and
it all
join
better, so it didn't really matter that I went through all of that." So it's just this idea that
What's it called?
God operates in mysterious ways,
Patreon.
like
Become a Patreon
conducting,
and
an
just
entire
get the
population of people.
compressed,
I
the
think
compression of
it's an interesting way
Clown House
to
from
hear
me,
people talk, but I
the
think the hardest
distributor
thing is when
of
they
the
use it to
content.
justify. They will literally use it to justify.
This
mass
is like you right
atrocities.
now, B
So
Master.
that's always
This is
quite
like something
jarring.
you'd be saying in a
But,
room. Just
yeah,
visualize
that's what I've
yourself
heard from
saying the
Christians.
same stupid
I've
shit.
heard a lot from
This is the
Christians in my life.
same stupid shit you'd be saying
and
right now, B
ultimately, I mean,
Master.
even that concept that you just described, where if you point positive.
When was the last time you read a book, B Master? Maybe we should introduce book club. But I know you guys don't have any books.
That's all great.
But that's the first part of joining book club. Is you gotta have a fucking book.
Further to this dude that has plans and powers that supersede.
I read the
yours
Bible
and
every
control the
day.
world and,
Okay, what's your favorite verse?
allows
I read the
this and
Bible
doesn't
every
allow
day.
that,
What's your
or
favorite
frees
verse?
these people
I
that
read the
intervenes
Bible
or
every
doesn't. It's
day.
like it's just super
I read every
inconsistent.
day.
That's why I think it's
I read every
important to
day.
just touch on.
I'm
those
currently
subjects
reading a
to
romance
show,
novel called
look, this
Big
doesn't
Black
add up.
Dick in My
This
Booty
is
Hole.
scale.
It's my favorite romance novel of
What is the
2025.
silver lining in the allowing?
I gotta go to the gym, everybody, and do some power squats. Bye! My besties are already there. I gotta
The
go.
Christian way, right, or the Abrahamic God way, so they must be removed because they're considered bad individuals. Where's the silver lining in that? I don't get it.
No silver lining.
You believe in God based on the irrational fear of dying. I mean, you gotta have okay, you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, whatever, you want to live your life, right? And go to, your promised land, wherever that may be. But for the people around you right, what added value does your believing in God bring to the rest of the community? It doesn't, because you believe in God not to save other people. You believe in God because you want to escape punishment. I call that being a chicken shit, selfish person.
Right, James. Not all believers, right, are in that frame of mind.
I like you. I do.
I'm just gonna say though, if you just allow me to say that, because in my mind, I have this really rational thought of intentionality, right? Because when I was younger and when I was growing up in church and a kid and I didn't know any better, I had this concept of, I could just live my life, do whatever I want to do, and then at the end, just ask God to forgive me.
They fucking kicked me. I can't believe it. All right, we're going in with my secret super burner
has a
phone.
lot to do with, right?
So there's Roy Ross, Daniel, Chloe, Buster, and Honey. Somebody kicked me.
In
That's
that point of view,
pretty shocking.
I had a preacher tell me, it's like a broken record. God's just not going to keep.
I wonder who it was.
Over and over and
Maybe
over
Daniel
again
or Chloe. I don't
for
know.
doing the same sins, right? And then
Could be Roy Ross.
made me
Could be
think
Buster.
that
Could be Honey. I
can't
don't know.
just live my life however I want, and then at the very end think, well, I'm just going to ask God to forgive me because God knows that. He knew my intentions. My intentions were wrong. So that's all I wanted to share.
Let me ask you this one, 18. Do you believe in God because it's true, or because it makes you feel good? Which of the two is that?
Personally, I believe in God because I have a high intuition when I observe the world around me that it was created, by a being that has the capabilities of sustaining the reality that I live.
I understand that you believe that, but can you classify what you know as knowledge? Believing...
It's like another guy talking about nothing.
Wanting something to be true does not necessarily make it true in all cases.
And you're exactly right. And, a lot of us live in a frequent state of denial because of this, very
This is fucking gold.
situation.
Abraham, you should join me in Bootleg Clubhouse with me. Maybe you'll be the smartest guy I know. If you do something, you do nothing. You just run your mouth about nothing.
The state of mind that you're in and what's going on.
You might as well bootleg these fuckers about nothing. Have a show about nothing like Jerry Seinfeld. What the fuck? What are you waiting for? Get a burner phone.
The universe as itself and as a whole, and how it has brought about, existence of life and biological process and human consciousness somehow. And through observation, I've never seen anything that's in a static state move without it being processed, right? I don't know of anything in my reality that is in a static state that changes states.
It's called meditation, stupid.
I observe the world in a perpetual motion, and the universe, it seems to be, is in a perpetual motion. So in my mind, right, the only rational ideology or thought is there has to be something that's processing that, and I'm going to attribute that. We could use the word God as a first cause, as a first mover, as a being that always existed and never has an end, and sort of an Aristotle point of view on that point, and that's kind of where I stand on that.
What you're saying, but the answer that I'm getting from you believe it because it makes you feel good.
Well, I personally experience something I observe in the world. It's not something that necessarily makes me feel good. Right?
Anecdotal experience, personal anecdotal experience. You are talking about personal anecdotal experiences. It's not evidence of anything.
Well, subjective experiences, right? I do hold
subjective experience.
I do hold the view, right? I'm sorry.
Hi everybody, this is Meme. If you could put me in the queue, I do have a question about object and subject, or objective, subjective. I hear it keeps getting tossed around.
They kicked me. They kicked me. Fuckers. Oh my god. Alright, this is called Black in Tax. With our man Lazo, the #1 Jew-hating racist motherfucker.
My uncle.
This is like the prank show, technically.
What's up? He won in Nigeria.
Hi everybody, my name is Meme, and Lonzo is a Jew-hating, anti-Semitic, racist piece of shit. I just wanted to come to remind you all that...
Oh, they kicked me. They kicked me. That's right.
Разберем до конца, да? То есть еще раз. Если бы позиция Зеленского изначально была, что, ребят, дипломатия не сработает, мы должны добиться капитуляции и признания вины, это одно дело. Я с этой позицией был бы не до конца, наверное, согласен, хотя хрен его знает, может, и был бы согласен, да? Вот. Но это последовательная позиция. Зеленский ее не занял.
When you're ready for peace, you can come back, you little bitch.
Talk about
You?
excessive force.
This room is called Is White Privilege a Myth?
Not the cosplay. Let me hear it. Not the cosplay scientist.
First time I was a kid. I got stopped. I was running to the bus stop trying to get to school. Had my little Game Boy thing on my shoulder, like all dweebish and shit. Cops stopped me, grabbed me.
Oh man.
And you won't know it's me and beat your whole ass. I've done it a bunch of times. And now that I have
You did that to me.
you have no idea. Don't do that to me.
Oh man, this room is a roast. I love this shit where they got fucking some old black woman on there fucked up.
What are you talking about? I never said nothing like that. So
Quick reset. Do you guys feel as Christians or Muslims that it is your responsibility to spread the word and save non-believers?
I think the Christians are saying all the dumb shit.
Muslims are not supposed to say a word. They're supposed to stay stagnant in their own.
I got a question for the moderators. What kind of dumb motherfuckers come on here and make fun of people dumber than themselves? Does that make you dumber than the people you making fun of, you dumb motherfuckers?
I'm too dumb to understand that. Can you repeat that for dumb people?
I'm just saying, if you hang out with dumb people all day, you might be dumb. That's what I'm saying. Dumb is dumb, nigga. You dumb motherfucking moderators. You talking ain't dumb. You fucking dumb motherfuckers. Never an interesting or intelligent thing had ever been said in these motherfucking rooms, in these motherfucking ghettos, these motherfucking clown house ghettos. Ghettos are stupid people, low educated morons talking about nothing all day long. Welcome to hell. Welcome to hell. Welcome to hell. Welcome to hell.
Spell the word okay.
Jeremy is Dante's Inferno. He is a spider casting his web of despair upon you poor people. You are his flies. He is a fisherman.
Where's Bert? I don't know. There was a whole thing. We're trying to work it out.
it's between Bert and Boris.
Austin, you missed episode of season 7 to the grand finale episode 6.
I stand with Bert.
Yeah.
Where's Bert?
I stand with Bert too, by the way, even though Bert.
How dare you kick me off your stage as I'm helping enlighten you, you dumb motherfuckers. I'm giving you the education you never got, the book you never read, the experience you never had. I came to enlighten you of your stupidity, of your moronic idiocy, of your lack of education and your low IQ. I'm here to educate you on the truth of the earth so you finally know the math to find out the answer to the secret mystery riddle you've never been able to answer.
No, please.
Stop it! Stop interrupting me while I'm pontificating my divine enlightenment upon your sorry asses, you low-educated motherfuckers!
Hey, guys, quiet. I'm trying to listen to what Meme is trying to add to the group. He has a lot to say.
Robert Ducky, if you were in a bath and you had enough bubbles and enough peppermint oil and a beautiful glass of Beermosa and some cinnamon, what would that make you? A dandy? A faggot? Or a fucking metrosexual?
It would make me a snuffleupagus.
That last breath let me know you was drunk. He said,
He's in.
I had to think about the term metrosexual. I was like, what are those people called?
Drank too much, man. Stop drinking.
Anything sexual.
It's really nice to meet you, man. You have advanced skills. I haven't.
But yeah, the answer is snuffleupagus.
You gotta let us know who you are, really. You know, come on, man.
I'm trying to help you dumb motherfuckers who keep coming here and talking about nothing. Nothing. You don't know the truth of the earth. You don't know the math of the earth. You don't even have a belief system that is actually logical. You are here talking about nothing. This ain't Seinfeld. This ain't the complaint hotline for Clubhouse. You guys are talking about nothing. You're wasting your time like everybody else. You fucking dumb. Oh, we got the period here. He came to spread his fucking menstrual cycle on us, you fucking period.
How do we change?
How do you change? It's called meditation, fatties. Read a book and go to the gym, you fat fucks. That's what it's called, you fucking idiots. Go to the gym and read a book, you fucking idiots! For God's sake, save yourselves from this stupid app!
She's a hell of a troll. Come on.
Mad respect, but like, good ones can like Stu. I mean, I'm talking to a fucking ninja here. I'm preaching to the choir. Like, the good ones know how to do it properly, right? Like, anyone can come and shit in the middle of a fucking room. Like, that's not hard. The trick is sneaking in when they're not there, shitting in the ventilator, and then just sitting there when everyone's like,
You shit in, shit out. You come in quick and you shit.
He did that for a little bit, but after a point, he was just overtly messing the room up, and you guys let him do it. It's crazy.
I love how like somebody will come in and destroy the people that they really don't like or that they're already antagonizing. That you do the work for them, and then that person is upset that the mods let them get abused. That is very funny.
Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. That's it. That's what the Bible says. So if he made his choice. You try to tell him you should do this.
There we go. Oh my God, this is Jonathan.
You're not a fighter. You're a clown. You're a shit clown.
So he live streams on X and Clownhouse at the same time. So I'm about to roast them. If he brings me up, I'll roast them on X live, and everybody will be like, "What was all that about?"
Respectfully, Ben Stark could take you, Yehuda. He is.
Oh, you're texting the wrong phone. You are texting the wrong phone.
Jonathan raped a girl in a hotel with Daphne. Daphne was a witness to the rape. Jonathan is a rapist.
Come on, Yehuda, listen, seriously. Listen, Yehuda, let the women speak. Go ahead, Dr. Compton. Go ahead.
Yehuda, I just don't try to take Ben Stark down.
The phone here. I'm going to do it.
I think you're doing okay, Yehuda. Okay, but press that mute button and hold it, and don't let it go. Just stay on mute, and we will explain to you
Do you know this dumb
how
bitch?
chatter works. And when we tell you to mute your mic, that's
Chatter!
when you stop talking, centering yourself, and giving personal attacks. When we ask you to come in and talk on policy and talk about the morality of what happened, because we know you care about the Ukrainians, and you're here to talk about that, to talk about your service to the country, to talk about your patriotism. We don't need to hear about how lonely you are in Canada.
Because you made
Bitch is projecting.
You said that is there something about the white race who's doing it like that? We are blah 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 bullshit. And so I said, if you are doing it like that, name something that is original that you have created, because it's not mathematics, science, philosophy, politics, etc. I also said, let's start with who is your prophet when it comes to religion. Who is your prophet? Who has God come and spoken to? Who is your prophet? You know, you have Islam, you have
Motherfucking Donald Trump, what he did to Zelensky today was profit. Zelensky is a rat son of a bitch. We sell $350 billion to hang that motherfucker.
Yo, Mimi, we'll pull you up periodically. You could do that every 10 minutes.
I'll land right there. Because the question still hasn't been answered.
You ain't asking no question. You wasting your time. You don't know the truth of the earth, Jerry.
Yeah, come on, stop.
What is different? When I said what is different about other racial groups in terms of how their willingness to take on
Yeah. This room's called "Is America Under Attack? Trump kicked Zelensky out." Epstein files.
You know, for millennia, and even today, where there's this invisible supremacy. That's where we're different. But to answer your question, I can almost guarantee most of the people, black people in here, are also of the Christian
I like
faith.
Pepe, but I also hate Pepe because
you
he's
know,
like
obviously
retarded.
This took place in Lubbock,
So stupid.
would not necessarily
He does the same thing every time. It's so funny.
So that's who is our prophet.
Dat, and he says dat all the
doesn't go
time.
along racial lines. And the second question was what?
Don't worry about it. You said enough.
You said enough. We don't want to hear no more. Thank you very little, Dr. PP.
Anyway, let me play this. Let me play this real quick, y'all.
PP is obsessed with black cocks.
But I didn't know that. too.
I'm using this on an Apple phone. It's like the first time I've ever used Apple in like a long time.
Okay, here it is.
So we've actually known each other for a long time.
Wait, is this it? Okay, yeah.
Been dealing with each other for a long time.
That's not true.
Actually, it is true. I can bring the facts.
Why?
You cannot bring the facts. You're constantly being overtaxed. You're being killed by the Green New Deal and the weirdos that you keep in
What are you even talking about? Like,
the weirdos that you put in charge. The weirdos, you know, like Trudeau, he's resigning because he knows he can't win. And that guy Pierre, he'll be fabulous for you.
Hey, Brian, one second, guys. Brian, I had somebody in the queue that wanted to say something. Chad, are you there?
Here, I'm absolutely here. Yeah.
I knew you was in the queue, and I was trying to get to you. So jump in. Go.
I appreciate it because I've been waiting a hot minute. So I asked this question earlier. I'm going to ask it again.
Ask it.
When have any of you have you known of a bully? Right, you know a bully. Let's say in high school. Where is that bully today?
Fact.
He's on Clubhouse recording you.
In the White House. Damn.
He probably got his hands in his pants right now in his mama's basement.
No.
He's in his mama's basement. And there he has got his hands in his pants looking like Al Bundy, probably in his.
How did she know?
He doesn't win. And
how the fuck did she know?
And the
how she know I got my hand in my pants?
The fact that you all are bragging on the fact that he was a bully, that Trump was a bully. Like, you don't even teach your children to operate that way. I am sure, as parents, you tell your children, don't be bullies, but don't allow yourself to be bullied. But now, flip that. Now we're clapping and celebrating a bully. Since when?
Chad, I got a question for you. Wait, one second. I got a question for you, Chad. How do you feel? Were you in the military, Chad?
I'm an Army veteran, military intelligence.
Oh, military intelligence! Oh my God, that's why there is no intelligence in the military.
As far as Trump being president, like, how do you think you would have felt if he was in the service right now? Would you have felt safe? Would you have felt?
No, hell no! That motherfucker,
he's freaking out, Jerry.
Freaking out!
He said World War III, and I already know the Trump translation.
World War III!
Works and give us, I love you, Ben Stock. I do. I love you, miss you so much. But he said World War. I do. But he said World War III. That as military, right? And also being a combat veteran, right? Like,
oh shit, she combat!
President's mouth is a big deal. It is a big
This bitch is combat veteran status.
Jerry. Where were you?
Let him finish.
May I finish, Jerry? Wait, Chad, did you wait 1 second?
Bring me up, Jerry.
All right, Chad, did you land?
I did.
Wait, okay, Yehuda.
Let me finish.
Yehuda, you gotta let her land, bro.
She landed, she said.
No,
it's giving brown or clear. I don't know which one.
Chat, did you land, yes or no?
I said no.
Okay,
you said, yeah, you landed. Okay, fine.
Yehuda, like I said, it's cool when it's cool, but you gotta
okay, I thought I heard her say she
right, but either way, what my goal is, if you're in the debate the news, if you're on chat or listening.
You okay, honey? Uh-oh, Mary. I'm sorry.
And then you know what I'm not used to.
Go ahead, Chad.
You know what I'm not used to?
I was like,
every fucking person booting me from the fucking space. That's
okay. No, chat. 1 second. Hey, let me just say this to you respectfully, okay? You're a cool dude. You're welcome to the room. I get it that Jonathan and Nelson invited you, but there's people that's been here much longer. So you gotta understand, they need to share the space evenly also. Just keep that in mind. You're welcome to the show.
Fair enough, Jared. But you know what? There's no one here longer than me because I was there in the beta in March. So
no. Okay, well, I'm gonna say. Well, let me say this. They've been here since 2020. They came over from another app.
Exactly.
The guy doesn't know what he doesn't know.
Let me say this, okay? We're not trying to measure stuff and keep score right now. Let's just say we have a fair room.
Okay, Jerry.
Yehuda, you seek validation.
Times.
All you want to do is be validated. Yes,
I don't give a fuck what you think about me, lady.
listen.
I don't care.
Listen to what you sound like.
I don't-
I got
oh my
booted.
God.
I got hurt. I don't feel good. This isn't cool. I've been here longer than you. Okay.
He's bitch slapping you, Yehuda, and I love it. He's bitch slapping your Canadian ass.
Okay. Okay, listen, I'm not, listen.
No, Brian.
Go have some maple syrup, you fruitcake.
Okay, hey, Nelson, sorry.
No, my name is Jerry. Go back to sleep. Go to mommy. Go back to sleep. Tell us you, Jonathan. Hey, Yehuda, let me tell you, Yehuda. He's been here since. Everybody meet up. Everybody, listen. Oh my God. Okay. Listen, Yehuda. I'm gonna say this, okay? I rock with you. You're good, and I know what you keep saying. I'm gonna say it while Jonathan's here. I know Jonathan invited you. I know that else, but you still gotta follow some type of guidelines. You're welcome. I love your energy, your vibe, but just a little bit. Dr. Captain.
Jerry, you are cracking me up because you're literally using sign language when you talk to Yehuda. The rest of the time when you're talking to us, you're not doing that sign language.
Just in case he's not getting it.
Exactly. You have to like break it down so separate. You're like sign language.
Sign language is saying, "Shut up, you Canadian fruitcake."
Shut up, Ryan.
No, that's how black people talk when they get animated.
Oh yeah, Greek people do that too. Yeah, that's right. We do it just like you do it. We talk with our hands.
Yeah, I don't fucking animating shit.
When we talk to people like Yehuda, we got our whole body's got to be into it.
Catherine, I was someplace in Los Angeles, California, and you had a moment on Clubhouse, and you were so real, and I mean, I just loved you. We disagreed on a lot of COVID stuff, but you're a real person, so I rock with you, Catherine. She all right.
Yeah,
What up, Jerry?
It's kind of funny that they have to like go on Chatter to re-live stream it on Clownhouse.
Go to Utah for?
And in this Clownhouse stream, there's a lot of people.
You don't know about Utah. You stay on.
They put all this money into an app so they can talk on Clownhouse. It's so stupid.
Nice, bro. Don't be hating on Utah.
Yeah, I know Utah is nice, but what is he doing in Utah? Jeremy,
you're gonna fuck around, meet the Mormon Mafia, see what happens.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. Jeremy, why the fuck are you in Utah?
I have. Don't play. Look, they ain't playing out here.
Yo, let me tell you something. People don't even realize this Mormon Mafia run shit, dog. They own like half of Coca-Cola, bro. They changed their fucking religious beliefs based on the fact they said they couldn't have caffeine. As soon as they invested in fucking Coca-Cola, they were like, God meant coffee. Serious. No bullshit.
So guys, once again, welcome to the show, Jeremy. So once again, Dr. Captain, if you landed in chat, because this show so far is being dominated by male voices. So we need a couple of you females in the building. So okay, well you can take the place here. Let's go ahead.
I'm just talking shit.
Oh, that was you, Jeremy? It didn't sound like you. I know, I didn't think it was Jeremy. I expect that from Jeremy, but I didn't think it was Jeremy. No, it didn't sound like you. Yeah.
You got the whole DJ setup over there?
Who, me? I don't have a DJ setup. So once again,
your setup.
Okay, y'all. Who wants to have a showdown with Jeremy Green? Is there anybody that over the years you said, you know what, Jeremy Green? Is there anybody that feels that over the years Jeremy Green has annoyed the shit out of you? If he has, you are protected right now, and you can have a showdown with Jeremy Green right now.
Put me in, coach.
What's your name, brother?
No, I was just playing. I don't even know this dude.
It's okay. We thought they got excited for a second. They thought shit was about to get real.
Jerry, chat didn't land. Hey, Jerry. Okay, chat didn't land. Chat, did you land? Chat.
Yes, no, I didn't.
Okay, chat, do me a favor. Take a deep breath and take as much time as you want. Go, chat.
Okay. Well, no. So the problem that I have with today was the bullying, of course. But it was also the fact that we are now allies with Russia and with North Korea. There's a bit of an echo, and there are two Jeremys, and I am now scared.
You should be scared.
Jeremy, you messed up our feed. You gotta drop one of those because you messed up our recording.
Hey, Chad, I would ask you this. You know, we don't have any borders that we share with Russia, and you know, I think a relationship with Russia is really healthy. A good relationship is extremely healthy. They've got we have similar backgrounds. We're not fighting for land or territory. We have an ideological difference between capitalism and communism, and that's not best resolved with war, but with the economy. So, you know, I think this fake war that the neocons, Republicans and Democrats, have been propagating is to enrich themselves. And that's a continuation here in Ukraine. You have U.S. politicians saying a majority of that money was spent is coming back to us through the war machine. So, you know, again, you got to be careful about things like war that make us rich or sickness that makes us rich. And you see these guys pushing both illness, vaccines, Pfizer, and war in the Ukraine. Russia bad, America good. We had
but didn't Chat say she wanted to go to Brian? Did Chat ever get started?
Yeah, she did. And I'm responding to what she was saying. You know, I think she's not misguided. She's quite right on. But Trump is the guy that's saying, hey, I don't want to use our troops for things. And not only do I not want to see our troops die, I don't want to see other people's troops die. Let's stop this war nonsense. And I think that's
Brian. This is the thing, though. Like before Trump, why was this never said?
No. Trump has been that guy.
I understand that, but my question is no. My question is why prior to Trump. Why was this not an issue? Why did we have the allies that we've had for decades that we've built? Like this is even from both sides. Democrats and Republicans have built and nurtured these relationships.
Yeah, it's
and it's very important.
Always follow the money, Chat. Always follow the money. And those relationships.
Brian. No, Ben, stop. Now, what I will say, one second, Huda, let me just say this one last thing. Now, I know people criticized, what's his name, Vance.
Yeah.
But I applaud him.
Me too.
Why? I really do, and I'll tell you why. Because y'all clown freaking Kamala saying as vice president, she did nothing. And Vance said, you know what, I'm going to show you how this is done, and I'm going to say something. And I can appreciate that he does not want to be the VP that is just there for optics as a DEI hire because he's a veteran.
Shut up, right now. Let me ask.
I thought he did a good job. I thought he was up there talking. I thought he did great. I did.
You know what?
One mic to Jeremy, guys. One second. One mic to Jeremy.
Talk about your fucking retard.
1 second. I want Jeremy.
Wow.
Hey, John.
One mic to Jeremy. Jeremy was saying something. That's a different voice.
Jesus Christ! Why?
He's calling you Huda a retard. Okay, he's done. He landed his plane. Chat. Yeah, I think you nailed it, Chad.
I didn't say retard.
We have a vice president that was actually selected in the event.
That's not me talking shit, by the way. Just so you know, that's some random guy.
You've got a vice president that's actually been selected in the event that he has to replace the president. Trump knows A, he's old, B, there's a pretty good likelihood that someone's going to try and shoot him. And so Vance is a vice presidential candidate that's being groomed to actually have the job. That was not the reason that Pence was selected. Pence was never a good second. That was not the reason that Kamala was selected, because she was never a good second. That was not the reason that Biden was second, because he was never a good candidate. But Vance is a candidate that could take over the party. Whether you like him or not, that's the reason he was selected. So him today putting input, I thought was pretty strong, and I agree with you, Chad, 100%.
All right, real quick, guys. All right, so after this, you can go after me right now, because I want to say something.
I was just stating. So, I thought you were talking to me. Sorry.
Yeah.
I would love for your idiot fucking retard monkey.
Hey, drop down for a second, Jeremy. Jeremy, drop down. We're doing something.
That's not me.
Drop down off camera. We're doing something right now. Drop down.
So what I want to say, Yehuda, I definitely, we're not I'm gonna let you go on uninterrupted. But here's the. All right, guys. Hi, I'm Jonathan, man. This is my first time speaking tonight. Nice to meet you guys.
Did I get a raise, Jonathan? Did I get a raise?
No, I'm just saying, I'm Jonathan. Nice to meet you guys. So, anyway, here's the deal. As I was saying, and Brian interrupted me every time. Every time, Brian interrupted me every time. But here, as an American, it was embarrassing. And I'll tell you why. Because essentially, what we did was we actually showed the world that we're that much against Ukraine. Ukraine is a nation, and that nation, believe it or not, they're fighting for their freedom. They were invaded, okay, and they're fighting valiantly. When you look at the Belarus Accords, okay, the United States, the UK, and Russia promised them that if they gave up their nuclear weapons, that we would protect them. 2014, Crimea, Russia came in and invaded into Crimea, and ever since 2014 up to 2022, they continue to fight little skirmishes, kill their troops and everything else. And guess what? They finally invaded, a full-out invasion in 22. They said they'd be taken over in 3 days, 3 weeks, or whatever. And here it is 3 years later. They're still fighting. So, you got to listen to me. What the United States did today was show the world that they are firmly in support of a dictator that went into a sovereign nation. Cowards. To a sovereign nation, went into a sovereign nation, okay, and the United States is pretty much cowtelling for Russia in front of the whole world. It was the most embarrassing thing that I've ever seen. It's the most embarrassing thing because we cannot justify that. Because the only justification is we support Putin, all right? And I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people on the right, okay, the real, not the MAGA people, but a lot of people on the right saw that today. Because if we're not supporting this little country that was invaded by this big aggressor, okay, you just say, they wanted to join NATO. They weren't going to join NATO. Putin knew that. Putin gave all kinds of conditions that was impossible for them to meet, okay, to stop the invasion. Okay, because he wanted to invade. He wants to try to put back the old Soviet Union. He believes that Ukraine is part of Russia, and I think he fucked around to find out. Now, I will say this to Ben Stock and Jeremy and everyone else that's under the impression that we hold all the cards. We don't. All right, Russia is on the ropes right now. Russia's on the ropes, and believe it or not. Before Biden left, he gave enough money, and the EU, they got enough money right now to continue fighting all the way through the summer. All right? Russia cannot sustain those kind of losses. All right? They cannot sustain those kind of losses right now. So what
Jeremy, you gotta come down, bro. We're recording something, bro. That's why I just talked.
Never thought about it. Me neither, to be honest.
It's funny.
Into details.
Look, one is funny they haven't thought about it, especially.
Shlomo, listen. Let me make it very simple for you. If she has a nice face, good tits, and big butt, I'm into her.
But we agree on that. Like, what's like? Who isn't? Like, you just described every man's wet dream. Like,
you?
Like, what?
No, like. I'm not going
no,
to.
I want a plain-looking, flat-chested, no butt woman. Like, come on.
Like, hold on, Shimmy. Let me ask you a question.
Give me a break.
What happens if she has the best body, like the best body you've ever seen in your life, but she has a face you can't look at?
I prefer the body. I prefer 100%. The body is more. The body is 100% more important than the
Rocky,
face.
there's a good joke. You know what we call that kind of woman?
What is it?
Double bagger. You know why?
No.
You put a bag over your head and a bag over her head in case the bag over her head.
Like I said, a minute 92:38. Hold on. I guess you can play with 4 people.
Yeah, I always say.
I don't really ever play with 2 people.
I've done 4 before.
What is more important to you, the face or
Is
the
it
body?
enough tiles? You know what I think I have to as a kid?
Yeah, you put on.
Impose control and more violence. So all of that to say, I kind of agree with what Pape was saying, that there's other factors. Middle class privilege, wealth privilege, the ability to hire lawyers to fix your problems when you run into trouble with the police, the desire for the police not to lose their job because a little polo wearing preppy boy copped an attitude when they were speeding. I mean, I don't think that's white privilege. I think that's class privilege.
Ooh,
All right, so let's see if we can. So now it's either a class thing or a race thing. And let's try to neatly parse through this. So, do we think it is? I guess some of it is about class, and I'm not gonna push back on that. I mean, you guys made some points, but let's talk. Let's bring it up out of the lower class or whatever, wherever we were. All right, let's take it up into upper middle. Right? Yeah, we got
Racist
black
policeman.
Sure. Who is that?
Racist policeman.
Oh, okay, fine. Listen. All right, so let's take it upper middle. Do you think some profiling would exist there?
Hell yeah.
Okay, listen, let me talk to here, Pepe.
So I would say that, yeah, there's racial. First of all, this is where I will kind of go back and agree with Monica. We can look at like the community that commits the most violent crimes, at least in general. And when you look at the priorities for any police department, it's going to be things like homicide, armed robbery, whatever, that kind of shit. There is going to, and this has been alluded to, even if you look at like movies like Boys in the Hood from like almost 30 years ago. You have to